Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, It's Not Seinfeld, back again. And you see the title of the video and you see the thumbnail. Today, we're going to talk about the LA Lakers and the next step for them. And first of all, let me congratulate them. Congratulate the LA Lakers. And congratulate LeBron James for his 4th title, Lakers' 17th title, Dwight's 1st title, Rondo's 2nd title, Alex Caruso's 1st title, KCP 1st title. Let me just congratulate them all, except JaVale McGee. Sorry, I'm a little biased on him. But we're gonna talk about what LA's next step is, because although they won, they have some next steps that they have to take. I personally think that they can two-peat, or even possibly three-peat. Three-peat's going to be hard, but I do think that they can two-peat. But let's get into it, man. So the first thing is we got to get to the core guys in the that really participate in the bubble with them. So LeBron James, AD, Danny Green, KCP, Rondo, and Dwight and Caruso. These guys really did play a lot of minutes, and Markieff Morris too. He did play a good amount of minutes. So first of all, LBJ contract doesn't end until the 21-22 season, so we're good with that one. He's good till then. Anthony Davis is the big free agent on the market this year. He has a player option. Of course, he's not going to take. He's just going to deny it so he can get more money. You got to throw AD a bag, like Genie Bus. You want to keep this thing going. You got to throw him the bag. I'm talking about you gotta pay this man. And knowing AD, after following LeBron for a little bit, he's gonna do the 3-1 or the 4-1, probably a 3-1. I don't see him doing a 4-1, so he'll probably do a 3-1 deal, 3 years guaranteed and player option for the 4th year, just so to keep him on their toes and everything. Danny Green has 1 more year in his contract, so he's good. KCP and Rondo, they have a player option for this year. I do think teams are going to try and steal those players. So what you got to do, I wouldn't say throw them a bag, but you're going to have to pay them a little more. I'm pretty sure Rondo might be a little lenient on, because I think he's making the vet minimum now. He might be a little bit lenient, a couple extra million. KCP though, teams are definitely going to try to steal him. He played excellent during the playoffs. He came through. So teams are definitely going to try to get him. He's still a role player, to be honest with you. In my eyes, he's at least a role player. So you got to pay him a little bit more. And I do think Avery Bradley's going to play next year, of course. At least he should. He missed the whole entirety of the playoffs because he wanted to sit out and focus on things that were important, Black Lives Matter and everything, power to the people. He's still going to play. Quinn Cook is signed till the 2021 season. Alex Caruso is going to be signed. Here's the thing that I think the Lakers need to do. I think they need to it feels kind of funny saying this. The Lakers need to trade Kuzma, and they need to trade JaVale McGee. Now, let me tell you why. Kuzma has a basketball IQ of a squirrel. Like, he's talented, don't get me wrong, but his basketball IQ is so low. The things that he was doing in the playoffs, I don't have the stats on me, but just based off the eye test, and I hate going off just the eye test, he was awful, like completely terrible. And I can't tell you why he was that bad. It was his first time. He's still 4th year in the league. You need to trade Kuzma, and he's one of your major assets. Teams will want him. You also need to trade JaVale McGee because, JaVale McGee really ain't doing anything. They set him down most of the time, minus the first 2 series against not the first 2. So Portland, he was there, and also in not the Rockets series. They pretty much didn't use Dwight or JaVale in the Rockets series, but they did use him against the Nuggets. He wasn't really that good. They really went with Dwight Howard, who's much more athletic and much more skilled than JaVale. And I honestly have to say, this is biased. I'm not a JaVale McGee fan, in the slightest. It honestly bothers me to the core that he has 3 rings now, and 3 of the easiest rings he will ever get. But that's just me. They could keep him. They could trade him. And of course, you have a bunch of vets that want 1 year minimum. So J.R. Smith, Dion Waiters, I don't think you re-sign them. I think I'm pretty sure JR was only there because Avery Bradley didn't come. And I think they signed Dion Waiters right before the season shut down. Let them both go. They're on 1 year deals, so they're good. Markieff Morris, you re-sign him. Dwight Howard, you gotta re-sign Dwight. He was crucial in this series, and he still has it. I've never thought I would actually see a LeBron James and Dwight Howard playing on the same team. Now, this isn't 08, 09, 010 Dwight, but this is a Dwight who played his role. Jared Dudley, also 1 year minimum, 50-50. I'm not too sure if you want to sign him or if not, but like, he did play some valuable minutes during the regular season. Playoffs, he really didn't do much. They just had him on the side, but that veteran mentality. Then you have Kostas and Devontae. Those are two, like, I want to say like borderline G League players because they're on two-way contracts, so you can pretty much keep them. But in getting rid of Kuzma and JaVale and Dion Waiters and J.R. Smith, so I don't know who you trade for Kuzma and JaVale McGee. It really doesn't matter. I honestly think that Kuzma's trade value is as valuable as a fucking $20 bill and a bag of chips in the middle of the street. So it is what it is, but you got to look at the free agency coming up, and these are a couple of people who I think will be really good to pick up during free agency. So you get rid of JaVale McGee. You can either sign Hassan Whiteside. Yes, Hassan Whiteside. This is free agency year. Or Tristan Thompson. I'm not too sure about Tristan Thompson. You know, he got that Kardashian curse on him and everything. But Hassan Whiteside has still been productive. Even when the Heat had traded him, he was still productive. I think you sign him, give Dwight a little bit of help. And if you want to really get some good bench guys on there, minus Dion Waiters and J.R. Smith, since I said don't sign them back, there's Jay Crowder. I know Jay Crowder almost came so close to trying to hurt LeBron in the playoffs. Bro, he still got it. He's good. Just try to sign him. They can get over the differences, and then you can also sign the other Morris twin, Marcus Morris. I think he is one of the most crucial pieces right here because everything that the Lakers wanted to do, the Clippers did. So, the Lakers wanted to sign Marcus Morris. Clippers got to him first. They wanted to sign Reggie Jackson. Clippers got to him first. Now that Marcus Morris is going to be a free agent, you can sign him, get both twins on. There's nothing wrong with that. They love playing with each other. Honestly, Marcus Morris could be technically a little bit more talented than his brother. Actually, might be a lot bit more talented than his brother. But I think you got to sign him, at least give it a chance. But a long shot that I was thinking about was trying to get Montrezl Harrell. This is his free agency year. He just won Sixth Man of the Year. There have been locker room problems with him and Marcus Morris and a bunch of the other players thinking that they're better than Paul George, which they probably are right. Would you really want to sign back to the team that just, blew a 3-1 lead in the playoffs? Will they be able to get back next year? I don't know. But if you throw him a little bit of money, then guess what? You can sign him, take him away. I don't think the tactics that the Clippers did was actually good in trying to build a team. They just went after all the players that the Lakers were rumored to go after. And it could be karma coming back on them for being pieces of shit, but I honestly think it's a long shot. If you get Montrezl Harrell, he doesn't have to start, he came off the bench. He doesn't have to start. He'll be a good bench player. He'll definitely do more than Dion Waiters and J.R. Smith. And if you trade Kuzma, he's a good pickup. And the same could be said with either Jay Crowder or Marcus Morris. As far as trading, I don't know all the assets that they have, but it's a long shot, so why not? So that's what I think the Lakers should do in order to get back to a 2-peat. What they should do now. I'll go over it again. So re-sign AD, throw him in the bag. KCP, Rondo, re-sign him. You got to trade JaVale McGee. You got to get Kuzma out of there for sure. And then 50-50 on Dudley, whether you re-sign him or not. Dwight and Morris, Markieff Morris, you got to re-sign them both. And then you pick up either Marcus Morris, Jay Crowder, or Montrezl Harrell. And then you also can get either Hassan Whiteside or Tristan Thompson. With that trade, either you could do a sign trade with like JaVale McGee or something like that. Honestly, I think that works. But that's just my opinion. If you have any comments, say them down below in the comment section. I'll be reading them. If you like the video, go ahead, man, and like the video. Throw a support. Subscribe, This is just my first video of many to come. I'll be trying to stick on the schedule, 1 or 2 videos per week. And we'll see it from there. Until next time, y'all.